guys, you've made it to mini lesson number 3 and the last and final mini lesson for lesson 8 and 9 of getting ready for 5th grade math. So we have rounded decimals, we have compared decimals, and now we're getting to ordering them. So just like you would order any whole number, you can use a place value chart so that you can actually work out and visualize the numbers, because when you have two different sets of numbers, it's easier to visually see it without having to work anything out. But once you get to 3 or 4 numbers that you have to order, it tends to get a little tricky when you're looking at all 3 numbers, and sometimes when the numbers are so similar, it might throw you off. So you really want to focus on the 3 sets of numbers that you're looking at. Draw yourself a place value chart. Take the time to write them out so that you can see and make sure that when you're ordering them, number one, that you're using the right numbers, they're in the right places, you're ordering them correctly, and you're following directions. So if they're asking you to order these 3 decimals from least to greatest, that means that they want the smallest decimal, the one that's worth the least amount first, and then going in an upwards motion with the order of numbers. Sometimes they'll ask you from greatest to least, which that means that they want you to list the greatest decimal first and then move down. So we're going to pay attention to our instructions, and we're going to start writing out our decimals within our place value chart. So I'm looking at 8.75. I'm going to put that into my chart. 8 is in my ones place, my decimal, and then 75 hundredths is in the decimal place values. Then I have 6.91, 6.91. Then I have 7.45, 7.45. Here, I've relisted my numbers, and I'm gonna start again in my greatest place value to compare. Now, off the bat, I already see that I have 3 numbers in my ones place that I can compare because none of them are the same. So this is the place value I'm going to start ordering from least to greatest. So the first decimal I'm going to need is the smallest decimal, smallest place value of the 3 ones place. So I see that 6 is my smallest number. So this number, this decimal is going to go first. Okay? And I like to make little notations for myself to make sure that I've gone and used all the decimals and I put them in the right order. So here that means I'm going to list 6.91 as my first answer in my ordering from least to greatest. And I'm using a semicolon to separate the numbers, since in math we use commas to separate periods of numbers in place value and numbers larger than 3. So 691 is my first one. This is my smallest, and I'm done. Now I look for my second number in my least to greatest, which would be my 7. So 7.45 should be my second number. I'm going to list that here, 7.45 with a semicolon, and make sure that you remember your decimal point. I'm done with 7.45, and I'm going to go to 8.75, which is my last number. It's the last decimal I have to order, and I'm done. Now, within your worksheets today, you are going to be ordering, comparing, and rounding decimals. Pay very close attention to the directions. Make sure that you know your symbols. This can also be written as 6.91 is less than 7.45, and 7.45 is also less than 8.75, and vice versa. When you're doing greater than, the symbols would be switched, and so would the answers. This is ordering decimals. We've done comparing decimals and rounding decimals. If there's any questions that you have on any of these 3 mini lessons for lessons 8 and 9, please let me know as soon as you have that question. I will be meeting with you on Zoom today at 10:30, and I can answer any of those questions on Zoom as well. Have a great day, guys. Make sure that you're only doing even only on lesson 8 and 9 worksheet practice, and I hope you have a phenomenal day.